considered Right Start Math, you guys, for a second the other day. I was just going crazy. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought we would chat all things math. Math is actually my favorite subject, which I feel like it's a lot of people's least favorite subject, but I love math. I always have loved math. I love how clear cut, like it usually is, like pretty, you know, like I feel like with language arts, there's a lot of like, well, you could start a sentence that way, or you could put a capital letter that way, or, you know, these are the rules for the English language, but, you know, there's exceptions to like every single one of those rules. Whereas math, it's a little bit more, you know, clean and clear, and you get an answer at the end, which is so nice. So anyway, I love math, but I think that's part of why it's hard for me to pick a math curriculum, because I like it so much. I just want to do them all is part of the problem. But then the other part is that I feel like there are issues with all of them, and I don't want to pick just one. And thanks to Rachel from She Was 7 and All, but now I think it's the Nerdy Homeschooler. Hopefully I'm saying that right. She has said that she uses multiple math curriculum. That just kind of gave me permission. I was like, all right, thank you. I'm taking off from here. Thank you for that. Here I go, taking off. So we're going to chat about all of the homeschool math curriculum that I'm going to be using for my third grader this year. I'm going to explain how and why. I have talked a little bit about this because I've already like shared his curriculum picks and all of that, but I feel like I have a more concrete, not totally concrete, but just more thoughts on it, and just thought I would put it in its own video and kind of explain my thought process and all of that. So I will start with what I would say has been like our most successful math curriculum that we have used. I've been homeschooling him from the very beginning. He is in third grade now, and we have used Math with Confidence since kindergarten, but we didn't use it to its fullest extent in kindergarten because we were also using The Good and the Beautiful, and I really stuck with The Good and the Beautiful that year. But then I think we used The Good and the Beautiful for first grade, or no, I can't remember. I'd have to look back on what we used for first grade, but then for second grade, we quit The Good and the Beautiful and we just did Math with Confidence, and it was a really good year. We completed the entire curriculum. I felt like he learned a lot. He has a really good, solid understanding of like addition and subtraction, and is totally ready for multiplication. So I feel like it went well. And so then I thought, okay, we're gonna stick with Math with Confidence for third grade. But then I got a little bit of FOMO, and I was kind of missing The Good and the Beautiful. I was just kind of missing how pretty it is and how well laid out it is. Like, as you can see with The Good and the Beautiful, it is colorful. There are stories, there's pictures, there's like fun facts about geography. It is all in this one workbook, and then you just have this simple math box. They actually call it Simply Good and Beautiful Math, and I think that's a good name for it. It's very simple and just like easy to manage. And when you have a bunch of kids, I have 4 kids, 16, 8, this is my 8-year-old stuff, 6 and almost 4. And that's a lot of school. We're about to be, this school year, since my daughter will be doing pre-K, I'm gonna have all my kids doing like full-on school, although she has been demanding to do school all this past year as well. So really I've already had 4 kids, but like officially 4 kids doing school, and that's a lot. And I will say Math with Confidence is pretty short and sweet. It's not like it's extremely long, the lessons, but there's a lot of thought, I feel like, that has to go into it. There's a lot of moving pieces. You don't just get like a simple math box. You have to kind of make your own, which I do have a lot of those in this right here. And I'm trying to get more organized with it, because I think that's my biggest issue, is that I'm pretty unorganized. I struggle with that. And which you may be like, oh yeah, definitely, with all those boxes back there. That will be, it's either already posted or it's a future video. A Lakeshore Learning haul. Oh my gosh, you guys. I wish I had found out about that store sooner, or maybe it's good I didn't. I don't know. Either way, I got some really excited like play-based learning for my kids this year from there. So I will be doing a haul on that. It might already be up. I don't know. But anyway, that's why they're still in boxes. But yeah, so you have to get a lot more organized with this. You have to kind of use your own discernment because like it'll tell you to like write something on a piece of paper or whatever. I ended up just doing our whiteboard and using that for everything when it's telling us to write something down, and that has been great and simple enough. So I don't know, there's just parts of it that I don't love in that way. So I wanted to go more simple. And I thought, okay, we'll do the good and the beautiful math. They also have really fun videos. I really like the good and the beautiful, the way they do things with their math, their science, their language arts. They have like electronics that you utilize, like videos, apps, things like that. Like I really like with their language arts, they have letter tiles, like a letter tile app, which I think that All About Reading has that too. But anyway, I bought all the pieces for All About Reading and that was a disaster. My disorganized self could not handle all of that. So, but anyway, I just feel like their digital stuff that they have is like the perfect mixture. Like you're utilizing this technology that we have at our fingertips, but you still have like pen and paper, and you're still using a physical book, and it's not all online or anything like that. So I'm finding I really like that mixture. So anyway, we start math with confidence, or I mean the good and the beautiful math for level 3. We did like 12 lessons, and part of it is switching to a different curriculum, so it's kind of starting at a different spot that he wasn't really ready for. It's actually a little bit more advanced, like in the addition and subtract, like the larger numbers addition was a little bit more advanced. So in that way, it's more advanced, which I was surprised by, like this subtraction, 4-digit subtraction. He had not done that at all in Math with Confidence, second grade. So that was a little bit of a struggle, but then also I felt like they were just basically telling you to memorize the multiplication. There was no like background on the multiplication, no like kind of explanation as to why or anything in this. And I was just like, oh, I don't like that. So then I went back to Math with Confidence, and we've been kind of trying to start school, but it's summer and there's so many people like pulling us in different directions that aren't doing school yet. So we've done like 5 lessons, I think. Is that it? About 5 lessons. And look at this, like it's just black and white. I just don't like that. But I do like their memory work more. I feel like it's just better. And it's short and sweet, like it's really simple, and then it has a workbook that the child does, which I like. I considered Right Start Math, you guys, for a second the other day. I was just going crazy and considering Right Start Math, and I really like all the manipulatives that they have, and I actually am still considering just getting their manipulatives. But as far as I could tell from watching online, they didn't have like a physical workbook that the child like does some independent work in, and I was like, no, we got to have a little bit of independence here. So anyway, I think Math with Confidence is basically Right Start Math, just a little bit more simple. So anyway, so in this, I feel like once we finally get into multiplication with this, multiplication part 1 starts in unit 2, that I think that they just do a better job explaining it. Like your times 2 facts, they're introducing the multiplication facts, and they're going multiply in any order to find times 2, and they're just kind of going more in depth with it. So I like that better, and so that's why I was like, okay, we're gonna stick with Math with Confidence. Fine. But then, so that's 2 curriculum, 2 math. Then we decided to join Classical Conversations Very exciting. I know not all of y'all are going to be into classical conversations. I get it. This channel is not going to become like a classical conversations channel, but it will have some aspects in it because we are doing it now. And Classical Conversations just recently came out with a math curriculum, the math map. Now, if you want me to talk a little bit more on this, I did do a haul video, which I'll link down below, of like everything I bought for Classical Conversations this year, and I talked some about this. But if y'all want like a more in-depth flip through of it, just let me know. But this is a family style, you guys. Family style math, which I think is so cool. Such a cool idea. You have these like flashcards that are through CC that you do with all your kids. You play games with all your kids. That was another thing. Math with Confidence continues the games with the parent in 3rd grade, but then the Beautiful was starting to do where you kind of did a game by yourself and you didn't really do a game with the parent. And my son was not liking that because his literal favorite part is the game. So this though, you have each week, you have a different game. Like this week 2, it's a place value game and you do it with all the kids. And so I thought, okay, well, that's fun. We can play games together because our morning time is already, or like our group subjects, not just in the morning, but our group subject time is already such a productive time because I'm working with all of them. And now that I don't have a toddler anymore, my daughter's almost 4, it's become so much easier. Like honestly, last year was still pretty sketch. The year before that, it was like literally impossible, but to do group subjects with all 3 of them. But now we're finally at a point where we can, and it's so exciting and fun. So I'm really excited to do this with them. You do the flashcards, you do the games, and then you do tracing of different things. And I'm still learning about this program, but basically you're tracing, you're learning about integers, naturals, all this stuff. This is for my 3rd grader, but even my 1st grader will be like tracing similar things, learning about naturals, integers, different things like that, a point, 0, all of that. And so this to me is, I think, gonna give them like a good grasp of math, not just memorizing your multiplication facts, but like a really good grasp of math in general. And so if we're doing this, now I don't think I would do this just as our only math curriculum. Now I may change my mind as we use it this year, but I'm just getting the vibe that probably no. But if we're already doing this, we're already doing flashcards, we're doing games, we're kind of going more into depth, understanding the concepts of math and the background and everything. I'm like, well, if we're doing this, which this has for all the weeks of the year that you have your little workbook. And then also it's Charlotte Mason classical kind of style. You have a different like beautiful piece of art that you talk about each week that's on the front cover of their workbooks. Which is so fun, and like a quote from the Bible or just fun things like that I like that they add, and that can be related to math. And that kind of reminds me of The Good and the Beautiful. They put a lot of like art and stuff, and they'll be like, count how many apples you see or whatever. That's kind of reminds me of The Good and the Beautiful in that way because they're more Charlotte Mason, and I do like that. I do like that about them. So now that we have that, what I'm gonna try to do, and then I have one more curriculum that we're also doing this year that I need to show y'all, but what I'm gonna try to do is I want to do both. I want to do both Math with Confidence and The Good and the Beautiful. And basically I am just gonna pick which lessons I want to do that day, kind of like a teacher would. You know what I mean? Like a teacher doesn't just have this like curriculum book that they're like, all right, we'll just do the next lesson on the next day. Like they have worksheets and things they pass out, and they have like, you know, teacher stuff. I mean, I don't know, I'm not a teacher, but they have teacher stuff, you know. But anyway, I feel like they pull from more than just one curriculum, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm just gonna kind of go through it, because there were times when he was doing 2nd grade, there's an enrichment day. We never did that for Math with Confidence. I just didn't feel like we needed it, so we can skip that. Or if I see the enrichment day and I'm like, oh, that's a cool one, we'll do it, you know. Or if they have specific games in here that me and him want to play, we can do it. But I really want to give like the Good and the Beautiful a chance, like use it as, because it's not really teaching the background of multiplication, but it's really good practice with multiplication and like applying it and everything. And so I'm really hoping that we can use this for that and just kind of go back and forth. Like I plan every Sunday, I want to sit down and do like my lesson plans for the week for my kids, because I'm not just, you don't have to do that if you were just like, all right, I'm doing the Good and the Beautiful level 3. You really would never need to do lesson plans. But if you're trying to kind of do a more eclectic approach, using more than one math curriculum, you know, at least for me, I think it will help to have some plans. And so I can look through that week, what lessons we'll be doing, and decide which ones of the Good and the Beautiful I want to use and which ones I want to use with math confidence. Now, you may be wondering, what about Beast Academy? So we do have Beast Academy level 2. He's in 3rd grade, but I got level 2 because it's a little bit, it's just a different way of doing math. They call it the art of problem solving. So it definitely feels more like problem solving, logic-based type math. So this I just want to do 2 times a week. So I'll just pencil it in for like Tuesday, Thursday, or Wednesday, Friday, or whatever. Any day that I feel like we have a little bit more time for his individual subjects, we're gonna do this. I am considering, I really don't want them to do too much stuff online because I feel very disconnected from it. But if I feel like it's just too hard getting to this, I may try to do it online. One of you guys told me that y'all do this online and it really fleshes out the concepts better. And my kids really enjoy games and stuff, like they play Roblox and things online. And so it's like, well, he may really enjoy it online. When we do it together, he kind of sighs and is like, oh, like, because he feels like he's already done his math and now we're like doing more, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm going to keep pushing through with this and just do it twice a week. But it is possible that I may want to try the online version of this. And he really needs more individual stuff, things that he can do without me. And I think that will help me, especially like my daughter's only in preschool, but next year she'll be in kindergarten. And then that will really ramp up my workload of what I need to get done. And we want to spend, like, my hope is to spend like 4-ish hours, like, yeah, like 8 to 12 is kind of what I'm hoping our school days will be. Maybe 8 to 1 is kind of 4 to 5 hours is what I'm hoping for our school days. I want to spend a good chunk of our day doing our academics. And then once a week we'll have classical conversations, our co-op day. And then we have a bunch of extracurricular activities. We have chess club, we have sports, Charlie's starting dance, we may do gymnastics, like we have a lot of other things. We have like park day with our friends. We have it's like a book club / sports type club, like recreational sports / book club that we go to once a week. Like we have a lot of stuff that we enjoy doing that are outside of our academics. And so I am trying to find a good balance of both. Because I think both are valuable, but I think their academics are so important. And I've realized with last year, we had too much stuff like going on in the morning and it was hard to get back and like get back into school, and that just wouldn't happen. And so we need to have our focused school time. But then I want to leave us room for our other activities. And like my kids take piano lessons, and I want them to have time to practice the piano like in the afternoons. And just with everything else going on, it can be hard to find time. So I would love to do our school and then be like, we're either going to our activities or our clubs, or it's like, go do practice chess, practice piano, all of those things, really try to grow in those areas as well. So I really love math and I love all of that stuff, and I'm just figuring it out, but I thought it would be fun to share with you guys my thoughts on math. Now for like that's my 3rd grader. My high schooler is just doing Shorman math online. I mean, he'll be 17 this year, like, you know. And then my 1st grader, we did like half of Math with Confidence kindergarten last year, and it was fine. And then I got sick of it and missed the Good and the Beautiful Math K, which I did do with my kindergartner, my third grader, and enjoyed that a lot and liked it a lot. And so we went back to it, and this actually works really well for my first grader because he's my most resistant kid. And so he needs like short and sweet and simple, and it's all here except for his math box. So we're just going to continue with his math, the Good and the Beautiful Math K for him. But I do have the first grade, because you know he is in first grade, Math with Confidence. So it's possible that we will do that once we finish this, but we'll see. So that I will update you guys on when the time comes. Oh, and then my daughter, who will be 4, I think will eventually start this. She does mathematical reasoning for 3-year-olds, and she loves it. It's like a lot of counting and coloring, and she's my kid that loves school. And so that little workbook has been going great for her. So we'll just continue with her mathematical reasoning workbook. But once we get through that, which we do get through a lot of pages when I work with her because she just wants to keep going. So once we finish that though, I think probably before her kindergarten year, she will want to start like a regular math. And I think I will put her in Math K. She loves animals. She's very girly. She loves everything that's pretty. And so I just think this will work best for her. Oh, and I did want to quickly mention another math curriculum or 2 that we own is Math UC and Life of Fred. Math UC, I just don't gravitate towards it. It's just not something that I even think I want to make time for. Like, I'm really excited about Beast Academy, and I'm really excited about doing the math map and doing that family style. And Math with Confidence is just such a well done and simple yet a little bit complicated curriculum. I don't know. There are a lot of things I really like about all those curriculums, and then Math UC I'm just kind of blah about. So I actually think I might sell it. I sold like my Logic of English, my All About Reading. We've barely used these, so I think I might sell all of my Math UC stuff and just like move on from Math UC. There's too many math curriculum. It's kind of like there's too many books to read, you know? Like, there are so many books that I want to read, and I will never have enough time in my lifetime to read every single book that I want to read, you know? I feel like it's the same with curriculum, especially math curriculum for some reason, especially math curriculum. I don't know what it is about math curriculum, but I just want to do it all. But anyway, I really like the instructor that does the videos for Math UC, but I don't want to be doing videos. I'm not, the most I'll do is maybe the Beast Academy thing because it's like a game and I think my kids will just enjoy it. It can be something they do on their own. But yeah, I think I have considered it, bought it, tried it, and I did Math UC with my 16-year-old actually. And when he was like doing division, and it was like the beginning of our homeschooling journey, and it was a little bit of a drag. If I'm going to be honest, thinking back on it, it's just like worksheet after worksheet. It doesn't feel creative in any way. And so yeah, I think we're going to say goodbye to that. Now, as far as Life of Fred, I got these for free, and I just haven't had a chance to try them, but I do think I'm going to keep them because I think that I could add them in. It's like a fun little extra. So I have it right here next to my desk. So while I'm doing my lesson planning and everything, I can look through them and be like, hey, you know, that might be a fun little math activity to do this week. I feel like I see a lot of moms sharing about like fun science activities, fun nature activities, fun history stuff to just throw in, or fun books to read. But I rarely hear about like fun math stuff that they're gonna throw in, you know what I mean, besides Rachel, besides her. And I mean, I don't even know if she thinks that's fun. I think she just likes pulling from different resources, but I think it's fun. And I think Life of Fred is really funny and silly, and just, I think my kids would enjoy it at the right time. So yeah, there's so much math that I could do. But there's only so much time, Madison, and we do have a lot of other subjects to cover with these kids. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.